Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Cliff with GI Mechanics Scale Model. I'm going to try to do a short video. There's a question going around the community by Don, the fat man from Alabama, Don's Garage. Great dude, great builder. If you ain't subscribed to him, check him out. Great fucking guy. Anyway, so the question was why you started a YouTube channel and what expectations did you have? So, this two-part question. We're going to try to break it up in two parts. So, here's a little bit of background. Back in June of 2020, I was in a motor vehicle accident at work. I was a couple days away from going on vacation. My first out-of-state vacation, non-government funded in a while. But I decided, not intentionally, but I decided I was going to roll a truck. Not intentionally. Got fucked up pretty good. So, them top heavy pieces of shit, brakes locked up, long and short, had my seatbelt on, which that heat rollover training does work. So yeah. So I showed one of our Vietnam guys that picture, and yes, I remember taking the seatbelt off and climbing out of the truck. However, with how fucked up I wasn't able to walk far, so I kind of had to crawl. So, with that being said, with the injuries I sustained in that accident, I was wheelchair bound. So since I was wheelchair bound for about 4.5 months, I did a couple hours a day of physical therapy and basically drank. And then I was like, realized some of my demons were starting to come out to play. So I decided to build model kits. I had a couple sitting there. There was only like 3-4 of them. One was a plow truck. I think I had the tow truck, the 77 tow truck. I had the plow truck. I had a 48 Slam and Hammer, which I built for Teresa. I built like a 66 Mustang hardtop. Those are just a couple of the models that, built, kind of got me started around the time before I started my channel in September. So fast forward to September. Actually, it was the end there. I had my buddy Adam and and my friend Owen over, and their kids or their sons, Damien and Austin, come in. We were over having some drinks, stuff like that, just hanging out, and they had seen my model cars and thought, man, that's pretty cool. So Damien and Austin are like, hey, why don't you start a YouTube channel? And I'm like, so I did. Now by this time, up till September, I was watching guys like Chopper Baldwin, Dr. Cranky, Fred Henry, Jeff's Model Garage. Hey, Jeff. Charlie Mack, Big Charlie's Model Garage, Frizzo Model Cars. Can't remember if I said Fred Henry or not. Seamus over in Ireland. Keith Miles and RC over in Ireland. Jesus, I'm going to keep on forgetting them, and I do apologize. There's a lot of y'all, and y'all know about the time when I came on the scene. So I started it, and actually I want to thank Dylan over at MYS because not long after Austin and Damien said, hey, you know what, you should start a YouTube channel, I watched Dylan's build, and I want to say it was September time frame. I'm trying to remember, but he had one of his builds, and it was just amazing. I was blown away, and I'm like, you know what? If this kid can have a YouTube channel, I should be able to have an YouTube channel. So this old salty fucker decided he was going to just start a YouTube channel based on scale modeling. Now, I did have a YouTube channel that I hadn't used in like years, since like 2012. I started it in Germany when YouTube first came out. It was GI Mechanic _454. I have some of my videos of running the Autobahn, other stuff. So that I couldn't get into. So here we are, September 2020, heart of COVID, bullshit going on, fucking mask mandates. Fuck you, Dr. Fauci, and everyone else who wants to try to push all these mandates and pushing the vax. Anyway, they'll probably get this channel video banned, whatever. Fuck it, feed them beans. So, a little bit of rambling on, sorry about that. So what I expected, I didn't expect much, to be honest with you. I don't know who would even sit here and entertain the idea of watching this bald fucking broken retard try to put fucking model cars together. But watching everyone else, I knew I could probably, maybe do a channel because these guys, I just instantly fell in love with their work. And it's like, Jesus, I could never build a model like that. But I've gotten a lot better. And I want to say thank you to everyone who helped me along the way. When I come aboard back in like September 2020, watching your videos, your guys' inspiration is what helped me become the modeler / builder that I am. Now, my expectations, I didn't think anybody would even watch me, but I did start doing a live stream. Now, this live stream I started doing, it was the Monday montage. Now, this started, and I think I'd only missed, I can actually count on one hand the amount of Monday nights that I had missed. But I started, and I think it was like I was known for my long-ass live streams. At that point in 2020, no one was doing live streams. But I was also out of work, in a wheelchair. I'm not using that for whatever, but I was out of work, in a wheelchair, and had nothing better, so it's not like I had to get up and go to work. Just as long as I went up and made it to my physical therapy appointments, that's all that really mattered. As long as I made it to my physical therapy appointments, and then I would do model cars. So I had a lot of time, and that 8-hour stream was about building models. There wasn't really much deviation. I got people all across the pond, over in England, I got Australia. I got people across the U.S. and Canada. I don't know anybody really too much in the South, like Mexico per se, whatever. But, I got guys all over the world. And, another one was George, that mofo demon. So, George, he's another good one. He's over in Greece. Great fucking dude. He's another one who I used to watch, and I fell in love with his builds, especially his armor builds. He always does great. Joe Kame, Joe Model Bow, Marks at Scale Bench. Awesome channels, build a lot, especially Joe Kame's dioramas. Magnifique. This dude builds on another level. So, like I said, my expectations were low. I didn't expect much. Fast forward 2.5 years later, and here we are. Just over 400 subs. And I don't do this for the subs. My sub count, I'd rather have 50 loyal subs than have 1,000 subscribers that don't give a fuck. Now, I know that sounds kind of weird, and I know I'm going to have people whatever, but that's my opinion. I'd rather have a loyal 50 than thousands of subs. Because then you got to start getting into other people that production this, production that. You got to have people monitor. How I circumvented all that, what I expected, is you know what? Once you're vetted, you get a wrench. You get a moderator wrench or a spanner. You get a spanner. So, like I said, it's great because I'm glad. One of the expectations I didn't realize, but I'm not going to bring this up, but we all know the parties involved. There's a Canadian and a Southern boy that on one of my live streams, there's a whole bunch of shit going on, which was great. And you know what? I let them hash it out in the comments, and, they handled their business. Like I said, I treat it like we're adults, and that's what it is. I don't get butthurt. So, that's neither here nor there, and, yeah, it was a good time to say the least, and, yeah. So far, because of you guys, you are the reason why my expectations are up here compared to when I originally started off down here. So, I want to say thank you for you guys doing what you do, and I'm able to get inspiration and ideas off you. That's what helped me become a better builder. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I just want to say you know, you guys supporting me is what helps me progress through even the hardest things. Like, there are times I've done, like, YouTube sick and fucked up, and you know what I mean? There's, like I said, a handful of times where I maybe missed a Monday live, but even if I was like, I just wouldn't go as long per se, but I always come out and try to entertain you, and that's what I try to bring to the scale modeling community is my charm and dark, fucked up sense of humor, as well as the manipulation of styrene. I mean, it's what kind of our common goal is, because you got one-to-one shit, and then you got scale shit, so it all ties in together. That's another reason why I kind of, ride motorcycle. I post videos and stuff like that, ride motorcycle, and I try to take you guys along because I know there are people out there that can't ride motorcycle, but just the visual effect of you, like, riding, it's like, it's like you're sitting there and you're like, lean in with me when I'm like leaning through the corners. It's like, it's great. And that's the type of stuff is that I can keep on producing. So, I'm going to be getting a supercomputer here. Hopefully by next week, we'll see. Some of the parts are on back order. So, yeah, I mean, it does suck. I'm hoping they come in, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. But hopefully from here on out, live streams are going to be better. And hopefully I'll be able to do something different with the Chromebook. But please, oh, excuse me, bear with me until I get my supercomputer, because this Chromebook I don't think is going to take much more of these streams, or my mentality is going to take much more of these streams, because my other computer was a fucking workhorse. And if you were at Acme 2 years ago, I dropped that fucker in an elevator and it still worked. So I bought that computer back then. Now I'm getting off tangent. But anyway, I bought that computer back before I went to Ukraine in 2017. And I'll tell you something, that computer's lasted me this long. When that computer gave up the ghost, I told Teresa about it. She's like, I'm surprised the computer lasted even this long. I'm like, I don't know, I took that as a compliment, but it also goes to show that HP that I had actually held up pretty good against my fucking brute ass. So, alright, without further ado, I said I was going to keep this short. We're almost 13 minutes, so with that being said, I want to say thank you to every single one of my subscribers. Without you guys doing what you do, you let me do what I do, and let's just keep on building, manipulating styrene, and just creating the powers that be, having a good time. Fuck what people think. Just build it how you want to build it, and don't let the haters fucking stop you, because, well, you're awesome. So, anyway, this is Cliff with Giant Mechanic Scale Modeling, and I am out of here. See ya.